Okay, this is take two. I did this once before, and I was marginally worried about how messy my desk is because I was going to clean my desk before doing this, and I thought if I waited until I cleaned my desk, this would never get done. So, but this is my desk. We'll do the slow pan. See, the first time I did this, the lighting was totally ineffective, and I showed too much of my really messy floor. So this is much better. And I have my little auxiliary light so you can actually see what I'm pointing at. But anyway, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. And there's 6 screens up here. And even more computers down below. For instance, this machine here, this screen here, as you can see, it's running Windows 7. And it's attached to this machine right down here, which is a very old Compaq with a Pentium dual-core processor E2140, which is not very impressive. So, this was an experiment machine. If I destroyed its hard drive, I didn't care. I could just reload it or just stick in one of the 2 or 3 spare SSDs I have lying around. This monitor here was, yeah, $20 at the thrift store. This one was $9. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with that because it's 24 inches and it goes up and down and it will turn this way, although you have to manually turn it that way in Windows. This machine is hooked up to, right now, it's hooked up to this machine. This machine I got free. I have a friend who works for a dumpster company, basically, and he brought me 2 of these saying, "You want them?" And I said, "Sure." This is a Core i5-3450. There is, I think there's 16 gig of memory in there. There is, I believe, a 500 gigabyte SSD, and it's got a NVIDIA Quattro T400 with 4 gig of memory in it. It's not the fastest thing I've got, but it's quiet and it's cool. That's what you see on the screen now. This machine down here is also attached to it. This is a i5-3330 with 8 gig of memory in it, and RX 570, and this is what I run Meanwhile on. The reason why it's not running now is because it's summertime, and that RX 570 turns this into a space heater. It's just too hot to deal with, so I don't. That's why I have this one now. Now up here is my Vizio Stupid TV. I know they call it a smart TV, but it's not very smart. It's so stupid, in fact, that I have both a Roku and a Fire Stick attached to it because its smart functions don't work worth a darn. So, there. This was my original monitor that I bought, I don't know what, 10, 12, 13 years ago. It had quit working, and I replaced a couple of capacitors in it, and it started working. This is attached to this machine, which is also a freebie given to me by my friend. And he saw the little Core i7 sticker on it, and he thought, Bill would want that. So he grabbed it. It originally had I think 8 gig of memory, a 256 gig SSD that still had the company's data on it. Duh! But now it's got 16 gig of memory in it. It's got a GTX 1050, and it's got a 500 gig SSD. It is going to become the gaming machine eventually. I have over here a bigger SSD, another 16 gig of memory to take this up to 32. I have a GTX 1650, which I will use temporarily until I retire the other gaming machine, and a bigger power supply to handle it. It is attached to this monitor along with this lovely little machine, which, if you can see at the bottom, says Pentium 4. It's not a Pentium 4. It's actually a Core 2 Quad 8800, I think. It is a Dell motherboard, but it's not the one that was originally in here. While we're down here, this is my printer. This lovely printer is a HP 9800. It is capable of printing on 13 by 19 inch paper. Technically, it's capable of printing on 13 by 51 inch paper if you wanted to do a big banner. I like it because it let me do that. And that's only 11 by 17. But you know how hard it is to get 11 by 17 photo paper? It's tough. Anyway, this machine is busy rendering the 61288 video that you'll see in a couple of days, or probably before you see this. This was my original TV set. I have a feeling it will become my current TV set because it's actually, the brightness is turned down a little bit because the brightness on this TV set died for no particular reason. And this is going to go there, and that's going to go back in its box. And this is the machine that's hooked up to it right now. This is my current gaming machine. Dell Inspiron, what is that, a T1650? It is a Core i7 3770, 16 gig of RAM, the GTX 1650, and a 1 terabyte SSD. It's going to become the former gaming machine because this one has an i7 4770, so it's a little bit faster. The last monitor, in case you can't tell, that is a Mac. Yeah, I know. It's a friend gave me this monitor. It's 900p at best. But hey, it's smaller, so I'm able to fit it on the end of the desk. The sound bar is not attached to the iMac. It is attached to this lovely little pink machine. The lovely little pink machine was my daughter's PC about 20 years ago. She actually helped build it. And that's why it's got the little bunnies on it. There is a light inside that it will glow when it's on. This is a Celeron J4105. It has, what do I have in? I think I got a I got a GT1030 in it. Both the Celeron and the GT1030 have passive heat sinks. So it's actually a very quiet machine, and it's also the only machine on the desk right now that actually can run Windows 11. None of the Core i7s, none of the Core i5s, none of them will run Windows 11, but this one would. Now, down here, I actually bought this machine. This is a Core i5 2400. I bought it for 35 bucks. I have another one almost like it, but this is the, what is this? This is the small form factor, and the other one is the smaller form factor. It looks like this one over here. So, I have this and that one, and they're both small, and they're both slower, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, because if nothing else, they're both faster than this, and definitely faster than that. So they may get put up, or they may not. But this is basically the desk before, because like I said, I think this is going to go back in its box, and I'm going to put this here in its place, because I have a 23-inch Acer monitor with speakers built in that's ready to take this one's place. Because this one, you can't tell, but it's not actually 1080p. It's like 1076p because the bezel covers it. If I was to have it at full 1080p, the line across the bottom disappears. Most of it disappears. So it's better off to not do it that way. And for what it's worth, this is the notebook I take on vacation, I do business on. It's a 6th gen Core i7. And over here is the stack of ThinkPads. Most of them are Core 2 Duos, except for the larger one on the top, which is in 1st gen i5. But things are going to change up here. I'm going to put this stuff in that one and trade that for that and get another one out here. And I have a mini PC, which may come up here sometime, because, well, it's already running Windows 11, so there's that. But I've been doing this for a while, and I don't know. Do you really care just how much? I mean, your big name guys are doing something like this with one PC and a bunch of monitors. Well, I can't afford 12th or 13th gen i7s and RTX video cards, because YouTube doesn't pay me anything. So this is all just stuff that's been given to me, stuff I've managed to scrape money for. So if I can't have one big powerful machine attached to multiple monitors, well, I'll have a bunch of slightly smaller machines attached to a bunch of monitors. But suffice it to say, it works. You get to see the videos, and my Compact decided to go to sleep. It's back now. So anyways, I know some guys like to show off their rigs. This isn't really a rig to show off, but it is a bunch of rigs that, I don't know, it's better than nothing. But anyways, until I earn more of those, this is about as good as I'm going to do. So thanks for watching. I hope you didn't find this too boring. And if you did, well, you don't have to watch it again. But anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. Comment. Tell me what you think of all this mess. And I know it's a mess, but, you know, I'm messy. I'm old, I'm set in my ways, and I should just stop talking and say, good night, everybody. See you later. Bye now.